What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time I am back to recap Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 4, episode 11. Let's get off into it. Okay, so this is actually 4 hours after the whole hold down situation took place, honey. Anyways, we got Candiace and this fucking mother of hers. Candiace, just get rid of this bitch. Stop the counseling, the therapy, save your money, save your food stamps, get rid of this bitch. She's no good. She's your mother. Yes, she is, but I don't see her changing at all. Matter of fact, my boyfriend, he doesn't even watch this show, and he was like, listening to her talk, he was like, I can just tell she's not being genuine. So if somebody that don't even watch the fucking show can really figure that out, it's not a good look, Candiace. But anyways, her and her mother are basically talking about ways to improve their relationship. Like, for instance, Candiace's mom agrees to not give her so much advice all the time. You know, Candiace has to pretty much ask for it. Candiace agrees to receive her mother's opinions without getting upset. That's another lie that ain't gonna take place. I'm like, look at these heifers sitting up here trying to waste our time, honey, with shit that they know that they're not gonna do. Candiace also says that her mother needs to stop throwing jabs at her. Nothing is going to change in you guys' relationship until you stop taking her money, Candiace. And you are going to have to move out of her house and just keep her at a distance. Maybe see her once or twice a year, if that. I wouldn't be bothered, period. But since you insist on having this bitch in your life, I would give this bitch about once or twice a year. Hell, if the twice. Look, once is more like it. Because I just feel like the more she is around you, the more she aggravates you, the more you're going to continue getting into it with the other women because you're so frustrated with dealing with her. I done been through it myself, and once I removed my mother out of my life, I got happier. I really did. A lot of things became more clear and peaceful. You do have a void in your life because it's like, wow, you know, I had a mother, but you want the right type of mother. Somebody that's positive, peaceful, letting you do your own thing and not, well, you got to do this and you should do this the way this is. You know, somebody treating you like this eternal child. It's not cute. But girl, it wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be working shit out with her. Ashley, what the hell is up with this fucking wig you got on in this confessional? You looking like your mother. It's a badass wig, not in a good way. It looked like you spent a whole $2 on it. It's not cute with that pink dress you had on. So we got Ashley. She's talking to some lady in her restaurant. I guess it's supposed to be, you know, maybe her friend that she works with there. She is lying to the lady, talking about her and Michael are closer now because of everything that's going on with him, about, you know, him touching the man's butt and then him, all that husband shit, him wanting to suck one of the husband's dicks. Everything is bringing us closer, and, you know, it's just like, girl, stop lying, stop playing. Then the lady lies to her. Well, I could see it bringing you guys closer, Ashley. No. Ashley, you are trying to get that baby, get pregnant, then you're going to get your ass away from Michael, and you need to just leave him alone, you know, period. So Ashley is still trying to put up a facade, and I ain't got time for it, y'all. Okay, so next we got Gizelle. She comes in. Gizelle was looking good in this scene. I think she had, an orange dress on, really pretty. Her and Ashley end up talking. Ashley says she's kind of dressed up because her and Michael is going to be heading out, and, you know, they're going to be having sex and stuff because she's ovulating. She has to have sex twice a day, you know, when she's ovulating, you know, doing whatever she need to do. Gizelle gets down to business with Ashley. Like, what is going on with you and Michael, and why why are you trying to act like it does not bother you? Like, I have an issue, Ashley, that he is treating you this way, saying he wants to suck one of the husband's dicks. Now he's grabbing one of the men's asses. You know, me and Robin, you know, we're concerned about you, like how he's treating you. And Ashley immediately begins getting defensive. Well, you know, that's my husband. I have to put on a strong front for him. You know, I have to have his back. And you're saying it like, you know, you believe he did those things. He did do them, bitch. They had a witness for the sucking, the husband's dick that he wanted to suck. You got Candiace that heard it, Chris, who was Candiace's husband, and then you got Robin that heard it. That's 3 people. Why would they need to lie? So, girl, goodbye. So, and you know he didn't grab the cameraman's ass because he was grabbing Katie's man's ass, I think, first season. So, you know he did it. You just don't want this to interfere with your plans of getting pregnant by him and collecting them child support checks. Ashley, I see you. Okay, I see you. I know what you're doing. And even Gizelle, she started not to believe Ashley. She's like, girl, I don't believe none of this is not bothering you. I believe he did it. You got witnesses. And, you know, she's saying this shit in her confessional. Gizelle, you should have told that heifer to her face. You don't believe this shit. But she kept trying to smile and be a supportive friend. Gizelle ain't nobody's friend, but, you know, she just tried to play that little role. But even Gizelle know what's up, Ashley. So we got Monique's little sonogram thing with her husband and their kids. I told y'all that little girl of hers is just so pretty, and a little boy, he's a cutie too. Anyways, Monique and her husband, they're talking about how Monique threatened to drag Candiace at that hoedown. And, you know, her husband, Chris, he didn't like that. He was like, you know, you're pregnant. You have to watch what you say. And Chris, this is my issue with you. You try to make it look like your wife is not messy. I'm starting to see that. Your wife talks out the side of her ass. So it's not, oh, it's just Candiace. Oh, it's just Ashley because you made a comment. Oh, I don't really care about them. I just want to make sure you and the baby is safe. That's cool. But your woman says shit like that. Okay? She can get nasty with these other women too. So the fact that you try to put it off on somebody else, no. Your wife, this is how she is. She didn't just get like that because of the situation with Candiace. Monique has that way about her. And I am starting to like Monique a little bit more, but I can't with her trying to take up for Ashley. I don't like that part of her because it's like, let that bitch get her karma. And, you know, I'm not saying you got to throw it in her face, but let her get her karma and stop trying to be a friend to a bitch that ain't never really been no friend to you. That's just how I am. But I just feel like Monique said what she said to Candiace. She meant she was going to drag her because that's the bitch that Monique is. Monique has been known for saying shit like that. But anyways, her and Candiace had ended up working everything out because I ended up seeing Candiace come in the room to the little sonogram little party she's having to see, you know, how the baby looks. They don't want to know the sex. Karen is there too. Karen, honey, your wigs, honey, have been on point. You're looking good. Karen looks so nice in the scene, but Candiace and Monique, like I said, they had made up, because I was just like, you threatened to drag this bitch. Why the fuck would she be here? But, you know, they made up. I'm proud of them for making up, because I at first, I thought that they was going to have a beef for a little bit. Because like I said before, you guys, I feel as if these women know that Candiace has issues with her mother. And they throw it in her face. And they bring her mother up. And I know you guys may say, oh, well, she brings her mother up too. Yeah, maybe she shouldn't discuss her mother with them. Because to me, they're not real friends throwing her mother into the mix. I wasn't a fan of what Monique did. I didn't like that. But you start acting like your mother. But anyways, Karen pulls them two to the side. She's like, hey, I'm glad you guys have made up. Because it got really nasty and ugly when the last time you guys seen each other. And Candiace was like, I know I was wrong, and I feel like I am allowing the issues with my mother to affect my relationships with you guys, and I'm not trying to do that. It's just been a lot with ever since my mother became involved in the wedding, and then I work with my mother, and hell, you're living in her, you living in her house as well that she paid. You pay rent too, Candiace. You pay on the mortgage, or I don't know how y'all paying it. What is it, 3-way? So anyways, you got to get up out her house, honey. You got to get up out that lady house. That lady don't see it for you, whether she your mother or not. But Karen is just like, y'all can't allow that to happen no more. Monique was very apologetic, and at first, Monique, last week I wasn't trying to hear what you trying to say, but I see you want to be at peace with Candiace, and you was not proud of your behavior. I did find Monique to be genuine. I did. And Candiace found her to be genuine too. And, she explained though why she gets so defensive and why she acts the way she does with the other women. A lot of it is the situation with the mother, and she just has to find a way to deal with that. But like I said, you have to cut that bitch off, Candiace. I like what Monique said to Candiace. She said, I understand more of where you're coming from now, because she said it almost feels as if you are expecting a friend to betray you or some other woman to betray you. She definitely felt that energy with Candiace, and that is a very good point, Monique, because a lot of people don't know, when you're dealing with a narcissistic mother, which I have dealt with, it is hard to have friendships with other women. It does get in the way of that. Because it's like, who do you trust? If you can't trust the woman that gave birth to you, it's like other people can act really shitty towards you. And I know for me, I just have a no-nonsense approach with those type of funny acting women. I will just cut people off, you guys, because I just cannot deal with any more toxic behavior. I'm so serious. So I really hope that Candiace gets a hold on that. That way she is able to maintain real friendships with, real people. I don't know just the women on this show, because I feel like when you do shows like this, it's not like a real friendship. It's kind of like a working friend relationship where you're just being cordial. I don't feel like nobody on here is really friends with Candiace except for like Karen. I do feel like Monique cares for her and is starting to understand things, but I would still kind of keep Monique keep her at a distance until she further understands more. But I do feel like Monique is coming around more and understanding Candiace's side more, instead of just saying, you a little girl and you're taking the situation with your mother out on me. She's like being more compassionate towards her, because you guys, it is so hard having a narcissistic mother. I know you all see Candiace on this show and you're just like, well, just move out and just get over it. It is so hard, and my heart literally, it goes out to Candiace. It really does. And I love the role that Karen plays in her life and on this show. I think it's very important to come from an older sister or older woman perspective. Okay, so the next thing we got is Gizelle and her 3 beautiful girls. Those girls are all so beautiful. The twins are adorable. The other girl, what's her name? Grace, the oldest, she's beautiful. They're apple picking. Gizelle is trying to, spend some time with the girls and try to, become a better mother. She feel like she kind of has not been around. She's been doing a lot of traveling with the other women, and, she wants to get back on her mommy shit, So, they do some apple picking, and it was funny because Gizelle was like, girl, honey, we don't really be outside. I feel her. I don't try to be outside with my daughter like that unless we go into like the park or something. But, she like, we like to be in the house with the AC, and, so they end up getting ice cream after that. And it was really disheartening because as they're sitting down, Gizelle realized that she has only been to one of her daughter's games, which is Grace. And Gizelle is hurt, that she hasn't been around. And I felt, some compassion for Gizelle because it's hard being a working single mom, trying to make the kids games, trying to make an income to support them. And, it's just really tough trying to be, the best parent that you could be sometimes, but sometimes, Gizelle, you're just not going to be able to make everything. So I feel like normally you guys, I don't really fuck with Gizelle because she act fake and wishy-washy, but I do feel she is very genuine when it comes to her daughters. She definitely loves them and wants to be, the best mother she could be. So, the girl, one of the twins, I believe her name is Angel. She has a problem with Gizelle, with her mom. She feels like Gizelle shows favoritism towards Grace and Adore. And basically, to just wrap up everything, you guys, with them, Gizelle hated hearing that. She's just like, I love all of you guys equally, all of y'all my babies, but Angel don't feel that way. Gizelle said, well, how good of a mom am I on 100% scale? And I think Adore and Grace said Giselle's at 100 or whatever, and then the Angel, she was like, you at 79, boo. Okay, and Gizelle didn't like that. So, I guess she feels a little left out, and what it looks like is Gizelle had mentioned later in the episode, because her and Angel had went out and, got some chocolates and stuff, and, she wanted to put in that time with her, so she basically stated she treated Angel a certain type of way because Angel doesn't really come off that she needs her, the way the other two do. Angel is really responsible, gets good grades, cleans up after herself, and, the other girls kind of need her more. And a lot of parents and a lot of people I notice they do that. They tend to placate towards the kids that, need them more and kind of are a little bit more distant with the ones that don't need them. So I like that Angel spoke up and said, Mom, I need more attention. I need more love. And Gizelle basically decided that that's what she's going to do. She's going to step up to the plate, check in with Angel more, that way she don't feel left out from the other girls. But it was a very cute scene and I really enjoyed it. So next we got Robin. Robin, you are a motherfucking fool if I have ever seen one. You look good with your short hair, boo. I give you that. But they show Robin, she at the hair salon getting her hair done. And she gets to telling her stylist how Juan wants another baby because he was hardly there with the two badass boys she got. He wants a baby girl. And Robin is, I wonder, that may be a deal breaker for him. So the fuck what? And like the lady said, Juan ain't going nowhere. I don't think his ass going nowhere. And if he do go somewhere, that may be good for you. Shit, because this ain't about what Juan wants. And Robin, don't you dare have another baby for him, and he ain't remarried you yet and stepped up his level of commitment. So Robin is kind of concerned about that. Like, we need to improve our relationship before we even think about having any more kids. And I don't think you need any more kids, because them two badass motherfucking boys you got, bitch, wouldn't be me. I would be stopping right there. No more is coming up out of here, baby. Okay? Okay, so next we got Ashley, meeting with her therapist. And she basically gets to talking about Michael and how she sees Michael as a father figure. And how, she has all these childhood issues with her dad, him never being there for her. And her always asking her mom, where is he? Why doesn't he want to be in my life? And, she kind of feels like all of this is affecting her relationship with Michael because she basically feels like, oh, I need to do everything Michael wants me to do so that he doesn't leave me and I'm not abandoned. Like I said before, you guys, I do feel like Ashley has some daddy issues. Hell, Ashley, you got mother issues too. Look like you got some wig issues too from that damn confessional you did. Take that shit off your head, girl. Remember that one part at Nutty Professor? What he said? I heard of dreadlocks, but shitlocks. Take that shit off your head. You need to take that damn wig off, Ashley, and stop playing. But, yeah, she definitely has some daddy issues. You got issues, period, though, Ashley. But when it comes to Michael, it's not, a healthy relationship. I do not feel like, I don't know. Maybe she's accepting of Michael being bisexual or gay. Maybe that's, a part of their relationship. I just don't feel like it's healthy to be with somebody like that, because they're constantly going to be embarrassing you with these kind of stunts, Ashley. So I just feel like her and Michael, you guys, they're not going to last. They're going to have that baby. She going to get the hell away from him, because I think on a deep level, Ashley knows that Michael is not for her, but she puts up with his shit because, he has money. And until she's really able to really have an honest conversation about that, then I just feel like she's not going to get anywhere, so. And my thing with your dad is I wouldn't really go looking him up or any of that. Like, I would really leave that alone. I would just embrace the people in my life, that love me, and I would move on with my life. Sometimes we get parents, you guys, and they just don't want to fucking be bothered, They had us, but, they're not able to be the best parent that they can be. So sometimes you just got to let that shit go. I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy at all, but sometimes you're better off without the parent that doesn't really want you around anyways. And I kind of feel like that about her dad, but the therapist was trying to let Ashley know, Michael is your husband. You shouldn't be looking at him as a father, and you need to stop feeling like he's going to leave you if you don't do everything he wants you to do. That's not the way you should live, Ashley. So anyways, Ashley ends up having a conversation with her mom, and it was funny because Ashley was tasting the water, and she was like, Mom, is this tap? I can't have no tap water. I'm trying to get pregnant. It has to be filtered. And the mother was looking like, well, shit, you ain't got no filtered here, honey. All we got is tap, honey. Okay? That's all I could afford, honey. So Ashley gets to talk to her mother about finding her father, and I think she sees him on social media with his other kids, and she begins to feel left out, and she just basically tells her mom, I got some questions I need him to answer, and once he answers them, either, he could be in my life or he can't, then I could let it go. That's cool. That's cool if you want to do something like that and, see where he's at with having a relationship with you. That's cool. That way you could say you tried and move on. So, all right, Ashley. So the last scene is the last scene. We got Candiace and Chris. They are on their way to having dinner with Monique and her husband, Chris, and Karen and Ray. All of them all get to dinner. And they end up talking about the Michael situation and is he going to be charged and was there a witness? And Candiace was really trying to say, yeah, was there a witness? And, she's looking at her husband, Chris, and he's like, well, they tried to get me to be a witness, but I didn't see it. Michael was around me, but I didn't see it happen. Guess the assault took place at Monique's rainbow party. Monique says she didn't have no cameras or anything. They were all mic'd up, but, so it may not really be that much proof, but, the person that is making the complaint, where, Karen is trying to eat something sexy to Ray, and then I thought that was weird. I said, oh, Karen, you doing too much. And then she talked about her and Ray go have another baby. Monique spit a joke in her confessional saying, girl, ain't no breast milk gonna come out them breasts. Ain't nothing but some powder, some old powder. I said, girl, you wrong, but you right, though. Monique shows them pictures of her baby from her sonogram. Anyways, they get with the Michael situation, and everybody is just speculating, what part of the rainbow party did this happen? And then they pretty much showed them all taking a picture, like Chris, Monique, and Ashley, and they were all looking for Michael, calling his name and shit. That's when I think they said he was in the basement. The cameraman, as a matter of fact, was in between Michael and Chris. So he's the one that's looking at Chris as a witness. But Chris is saying, like I said, he did not see it. Something tells me, honey, Chris trying to stay out of that, honey. Okay? And Michael, I believe you did it. I believe you're guilty. It's allegedly for right now, but I believe you did it. Candiace said something very interesting. She said that now that this situation has come out with him touching one of the cameramen, you know, they can't really get back to the whole him saying he wants to suck one of the husbands off, because it just adds a whole nother layer to the situation. And you know it's going to cause Ashley to get even more defensive, and you know she's going to be more isolated from the girls and stuff. So yeah, it does add another layer, but at the same time, Michael shouldn't be saying shit like that, and he shouldn't be doing shit like that. Okay, that's just what I have to say about it. Okay, all right, you guys, that's all I have to say about that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl Brand New, and I am out.